If you're here with me today, it's because you got your hands on the brand new SABR Saw. So we're gonna get it out of the package. I'm gonna give you some tips and tricks and show you exactly how to use it. So here we go. First off, you're gonna want a good sharp knife to get this thing out of the package. These things are always a total pain. So we're gonna go ahead and get it opened up here. So once you get everything out of the package, you've got the saw itself, you've got your rad button attachment, your tool for the rad button. That's very important, don't lose that. And you've got a little instruction sheet. So I'm not gonna get into super fine detail on how to use every little detail of this saw. So refer to your instruction sheet, and we've got other videos as well. So this video is mainly gonna show you how to get the saw set up on a limb, how to set up your rad button attachment on whatever accessory you choose to install it on, and get you up and running as fast as possible. So we'll set the instructions aside. Now you'll notice with this little rad button attachment right here, you can plug it in to the limb lock that's on the saw, and you can hang that from pretty much whatever you want to. So you can put this attachment on your saddle, on your backpack, pretty much whatever you want to install it on, and make it nice and easy to carry up the tree. So I'm going to show you how to install this now. So you're going to take this little tool, and it's got these little prongs on it like this. On the rad button itself, you've got 2 holes on each side of the button itself. So those little prongs are going to go in those holes, and that's going to allow you to loosen up this washer that's threaded onto the rad button. So once you get this loosened up, the button itself pops out, and then you've got just a piece of webbing that you can thread through whatever you want. All right, for demonstration purposes, I've got this universal platform pack here with the MOLLE on it. You can install this on anything we make the exact same way. This is what I've got though, and I'm gonna show you exactly how to do it. So we're just gonna pick a MOLLE loop here, just like that. And you're simply gonna just bring the webbing back together. You're gonna line up your 2 holes that are in the webbing, run your rad button back through, and then you're gonna reinstall your little washer right here. Then take your little tool, put it in the 2 opposing holes, and then just simply snug that up. It doesn't have to be super tight. So there you go. You got that on there, and now with your saw, you can simply plug that in right there, and it's gonna hang just like that. So just pretend that this is a saddle or a backpack, pretty much whatever you want to install it in. You can put your rad button attachment on there, and you're good to go. Now, if you ever want to change that, make sure you keep a hold of your little tool. It makes it nice and handy. You can throw that in your archery kit or in your saddle sis hauler. Just keep it somewhere handy so you don't lose that. All right, so we'll get into the saw itself, and you can see these limb locks. This is what allows the saw to be turned into a pole saw. So when you're not using the saw as a pole saw, these simply fold down. They're going to be out of your way, and then it operates just like any other hand saw. So you've got 3 positions in the blade, and depending on if you're using it as a pole saw or just a hand saw, you can change the position of the blade to whatever you need it to be. So it's pretty simple. I'm not going to get into all the technical details of the blade and all that. We've got videos that explain all of that, but we're going to hop outside. I'm going to show you how to turn this into a pole saw, which really makes this a handy accessory to have in your saddle hunting arsenal. So let's go. All right, so we're out in the field here, and I'm going to show you just what makes the SABR Saw an awesome accessory to have. Now, how many times have you found yourself where you're mobile hunting, you're setting up a spot that you found, and there's a couple limbs that you need to make a shooting lane, and you just can't reach them, and you haven't carried a pole saw with you? That's usually me. I hardly ever carry a pole saw with me, so I just find myself kind of making do with what I got, and a lot of times that has turned around to bite me in the butt. So that is what makes the SABR Saw super nice. So I've actually went ahead and cut me off a limb off a little maple tree. Now, first off, make sure that where you're cutting live trees, that it's legal to do. Obviously on public land, you're not going to be able to cut live trees, so keep that in mind. All right, to install your SABR Saw on the limb, it's very easy to do. Just flip your limb locks up like this. You're going to go over top. You're going to angle the top limb lock up until these teeth right here on the saw engage, and you're simply going to push the handle. It's going to put a lot of leverage into that, and you're going to fold the bottom limb lock down until that bites, and you're simply going to kind of pull the handle back just a little bit, and that is absolutely rock solid. Now we're going to take and flip this up. Let's pick a limb here, and one that's pretty high up, and I'll show you just how effective this is as a pole saw. So that is about as tall as I can reach. Bam, just like that, super easy. I'll go ahead and cut this one off too. There you go. So after we've cut our limb, we're done with the pole saw. We simply push in on the handle, fold the limb lock up, then we're just gonna simply slide it off like that. You can fold these down, fold your blade back up, and you can discard your stick, hang this from your saddle or put it in your pack, and you're good to go. So I talked before about the rad button for the SABR saw, so I'm actually gonna go ahead and install that on my saddle and just show you how easy that is. So I'm using the little tool that it came with just to loosen it up just a little bit. Now I'm actually going to install this on the molly of this saddle. Simply going to feed it through the molly right there. Then we're going to reinstall the button. So now I can take the saw, I can pop it onto the rad button just like that. And as I'm climbing, keeps it within easy reach. I can reach down, grab it, and I'm good to go. So that is the SABR saw. I think you'll find that this is an extremely handy accessory to have. I know in the years past that there's been times I've needed a pole saw myself and just didn't have one with me. But now with the SABR saw, you've got a hand saw, you've got a pole saw all in one, and it's going to make those hunts a little bit easier. So good luck this fall.